Hi, everyone, and welcome. Hope it's fun. You can learn something. I'm getting a lot of feedback in relation to this series. The Room by Room series is really, really popular. I can see that lots of you are watching it every week. So I really appreciate your feedback on this particular series, the Room by Room series, because all of us love to put, well, not everybody, but I do. I really like to put a room together. I think it's the funnest part of doing any kind of renovations. We are ready to go. All right. So before I forget, don't forget that if you would like to come to our next workshop, it is November the 10th, the 11th, and the 12th. It is a members only workshop. You have to be a member of Renovation Mastery to join that workshop, to join in for 3 days. I'm so excited about what I'm talking about, what my team is talking about, some student examples that we're going to have and going to share. I'm excited about everyone coming. I expect there to be 100 people there, perhaps anywhere between 70 and 100, but it looks like it may be even up near the 100, which is awesome. And you'll get a chance to speak to, obviously, me directly. That's a no-brainer, but you'll get a chance to speak also to our expert team. The guest speakers are just phenomenal. And every time I run one of these boot camps, people will come up to me right at the end and I can see how excited they are. And they tell me how much they've loved the 3 days and how it's supercharged them to get started on their projects or to take them to the next level when it comes to renovating for profit. So I just thought I'd, drop that note. You have to be a member. So if you'd like to book a call and find out more about working with us inside Renovation Mastery, you're really welcome to do that. And hi, everyone who's joining me live. Hi, Angus. Okay, so guys, bedrooms. Angus is overseas. You're keen. All right, the Room by Room series, I'm talking about bedrooms, and I'm talking about bedrooms because I think if you're doing a renovation project, the bedroom should be the first area that you attack, particularly if you're brand new to renovating, and there's a couple of reasons. The first is you can tick it off your list and it feels really good to complete a space, and a bedroom is not too difficult to complete, so it feels good, like you just don't have to do the whole house. It just doesn't become so overwhelming. And also it gives you somewhere really nice to retreat to during the renovation, or if you have to stay over, or even if you want to pay your bills quietly in the corner or stack things nicely out of the dust and the mayhem, then if you can do one room first, it's always the bedroom. So let's start. What do you need to consider for a bedroom? You need good storage. You need nice flooring, whether that be carpet, some kind of wood look floor. It doesn't matter, guys. They're very, very popular. If you've got an angst against carpet, I wouldn't take that angst with you when you're renovating a house to sell, because carpeted homes still sell very, very well. And carpet is one of the most economical types of flooring. It's fast to lay as well. It smells divine. You get that new carpet smell and everything smells fresh. I was talking to the guy in sales at Harvey Norman last week. He's selling as much carpet as they've ever sold. And the other flooring, which I absolutely love, by the way, the wood look floors, but sometimes it's a little bit trickier to work out what you're going to purchase that's suitable for your demographic and suitable for your particular home. They can be a little bit tricky choosing those different floorings, the difference between laminates and vinyls and hybrids and engineered timber. You have to go right into the research of those so you know exactly what to pick. Or if you work with somebody like us, that's where we help you out. The bed, obviously, storage, flooring, bed is a big component of the bedroom. Duh, Belinda. Other furniture items like side tables and the aesthetics, things that just bring some appeal and create a mood and an atmosphere. And they might be things like chairs or benches at the end of your bed, etc. If you just examine this photograph here, you can see how simple this is, but the impact that it has. Kind of seeing a move away from all white cupboards. Not that there's anything wrong with all white cupboards, but I'm seeing a lot more of this of late, this winter season, more than ever before. I think if you can add some kind of bed head, and they can be anything, and I've got a few other pictures coming up, or something to decorate the wall above where your pillows are, it kind of completes the look. And I love a pop of colour, and this green, this sage green, it just, people aren't tired of it yet. They're not tired of it yet. And if you look how clever that is, that's one of those little wooden stools that you can buy from Flower Power, from lots and lots of homeware stores. They're everywhere, and they're not as expensive as getting a high-end bedside table. So think about your budget and think about how to put it together. But yeah, it all matters, right? Storage, flooring. Again, like every other room, it's all about the use. It's all about the movement in and out of a place. And it's also about how it makes you feel. So where to start? I would always start with some kind of mood board, so you've got direction. So when you go to the shops, which are just gorgeous, there's so many. If you're like me, you'll walk into a shop and I say, oh, I really like that. It's coastal, but it's so beautiful. And I really like that. And that's a little bit more farmhouse, but I really love it. And then I really like that. Look how, mid-century modern that is. And that's gorgeous. I'm attracted to a lot of things in the homeware space. And so I have to keep to my program, like I have to keep to the plan. And that's where I find mood boards really, really helpful. So firstly, create your own mood board and think about what part of that bedroom is going to be the wow. There has to be a little bit of something to excite people as they walk in the door of that bedroom. And then start shopping for whatever you will pull your color scheme from first and your theme. So what I mean by that is, it's very, very easy to choose a wall color. There are tens of thousands, millions probably, paint colors for walls. Leave that to last. Don't do that first, do it last. Choose whatever you have that's going to create that wow for your bedroom, perhaps the floor rug, or perhaps a piece of art, or perhaps a cushion that you're really drawn to in a shop and you hold and you love and squeeze and pat, like my crazy photos. You might have seen them online. I'm definitely a cushion hugger. That's where you start. And then you build and you build and you layer, you look from that one component. And it's very easy to choose a paint color that matches a cushion rather than fill out your whole bedroom and then try and find the perfect cushion to match. Or even harder is trying to find the perfect floor rug to match. So I'd put that right up the top of the priority list. That's where I'd be starting from. Is, are the items with colors or patterns, because you can build on those easier than you can go and find that needle in a haystack that has that perfect look for the room you've already created. I hope that makes sense. So start with your art or a pattern doona cover if you really love a pattern cover or something with lots of color in it, your rug or your cushions. And then pull it together after that. Budget bedrooms. I'm seeing a big return to basics in a lot of things. And I think that there's a lot of trendy looks at the moment, which is really, really helpful for us on a budget. For example, those pots there on the right-hand side, you can grab old pots or glass pots. If you haven't seen my little section on trash to terracotta, I've spoken about it quite a few times. Not my original idea, but just an amazing way to put some flat textured looking paint over some old vases and jars that you might already have lying around, or you can certainly pick up from the $2 shop. So just think about that. I'm seeing a resurgence of color. I'm not seeing everything white on white on white on white. Makes my heart sing, but at the same time, I just think there's more warmth and interest when we start to put more color back into our homes. So your goal is, if you're on a budget, is to create a look and spend as little as possible, but everything still has to be market acceptable, suitable for your particular demographic. It is okay to do an IKEA wardrobe. It is okay to do an IKEA wardrobe, even in a high-end demographic, if you dress it well, if you're really careful about how it's put together, so it just doesn't look like 3 separate IKEA cupboards. So you might have to do a few tweaks and build them in for them to look socially acceptable in perhaps a capital city demographic. But everywhere else, guys, IKEA cupboards are great. And joiners and builders and carpenters, everybody, they cost a lot of money. So unless you've got a handy hubby, you can start to build in some cupboards, and you've got some doors set aside that make it easy for you to do a built-in or a walk-in, then just, put something together with Caboodle or with IKEA and just do it as best you can on the money that you've got. You just have to provide storage. People have to walk into a place and go, I have somewhere to put my clothes. You might be able to leave perhaps one small room without a wardrobe, but realistically, if you want buyers to walk into your house and get excited and not have any objections, you don't give them too many things to do or to fix up. If you can create calm, tranquil luxe, if you can create that vibe in bedrooms, you will sell for more. If you get too shabby and rustic, kind of pulls away from that a little bit, certainly pulls away from the luxe. So a beautiful mix and match is what's required. But you will definitely sell for more if people walk into bedrooms and they feel like they've walked into a retreat. Same with the bathrooms. So again, you have to create that wow somewhere. And it is okay to replace bedsides with budget stools or those little side tables from Kmart, Big W, or on Facebook Marketplace. I love painted up furniture. Love, love, love it. And I love it because it's original and you can add colour and you can make it your own and it's virtually free. You can get stuff so underpriced on Facebook Marketplace. Love, love, love. Okay, so what's in and what's out, or what's out and what's in? Creams are, just see more warmth in the colours white. So let's call it deeper whites. They're just not so stark. So all of you lovers of Lexicon, think twice before you go and paint your place's Lexicon in this season and probably from this season on. Lexicon is such a popular colour, but it's a very cool white. And so I'm seeing a swing to warmer whites. So just be aware of that fashion when you're choosing your colour white, even if you're psychologically attached to Lexicon. Pop a comment in if you're attached to Lexicon. There are so many people love that colour. Lamps or wall sconces, I think they're becoming must-haves. I think a room is not complete now without a wall sconce. That's, if you're renovating, you've got the chance to pop that in while your electrician is on site, particularly if you're pulling apart walls a little bit. But if you don't, then you can get some lamps. You can also get some remote control globes. Send me money. Thank you, Belinda, for this tip. On Amazon, guys, remote control globes that you just click on and off and you can pop them into your lamps or into wall sconces. They're amazing. Mirrors, they're coming in all shapes and sizes these days. And if you can mix and match them through your house, you'll add interest. Also make small rooms seem larger. So instead of perhaps not on the roof of your bedroom or something weird, but think about where you can strategically pop mirrors to make rooms lighter and to reflect the light around a room a little bit more. But mirrors, yeah, they're in. Wood for warmth and character. I love, 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 love. Touches of timber. I just think it brings everything back. Even if you've got a place that's full of grey tiles or something that you wouldn't do in 2023 or 2024, but you've already got it existing in your home, as soon as you start to add some timber, some warmth, perhaps in shelves or stools like this, you will just change the whole feel of a room. And guys, it's all about the feels. We're creating visually pleasing rooms, but we want to create those feels. We want to draw people in. We want to draw people into our bedrooms, right? We want them to linger for a long time and really appreciate what we've got going on there. And I'm talking only about the cushions, right? So we've got wood for warmth and character. We've got some lamps. You see there, those kinds of stools that are just sitting beside the bed. They'll do it. They're enough. If you've got to put a property on the market and you fall in love with bedsides, but those bedsides are $300 each, and you come across some gorgeous stools, just use the stools. Layers and layers and layers on beds. There's so many tutorials on YouTube about how to place cushions and how to roll back your doona covers or quilt covers or duvets or whatever you like to call them. Everybody calls them different depending upon where they've grown up. But yeah, layering a bed is just a great way of creating luxe. And it also means you can throw in a few of the doonas and throws that you already have on hand and mix them up with some new colours and add a few new cushions, and you can really refresh the look of a room. Way too many cushions? No such thing, guys, at the moment, I think. Ask Brett when we go to bed at night. 1, 2, 3. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then double pillows. So we've got a lot of cushions, but I just love them. Every time I walk into my bedroom and I look at those cushions and they're all laid in their place, they're all put in their place, I think, oh, that's nice. There can be an ironing pile in the lounge room, but if I walk into my bedroom and those cushions are there, I think, oh, that's nice. It makes my bed feel nice. So no such thing as too many cushions, I don't think. Well, maybe if they go from, if they hit halfway down your bed, think you probably should pull up before you add any more. Softer window furnishings, curtains. I love the luxurious feel of curtains. They still use a lot of Roman style blinds overseas. Plantation shutters are forever, I think, too, in the right home. But, you know, curtains are cheaper. And if we're talking about what's in and what's out and what you can do on a budget, always have a look at curtains first and always see what you can find off the rack first. And I see a little resurgence of hydrangeas. Like I threw all of my old pretend hydrangeas out probably, I don't know, 8 years ago, and I'm just seeing a resurgence. You saw that photo that I popped up before. So I find that very interesting. All right, bed heads and artwork. Anything goes. And also for bed heads, you actually don't need any at all, but I still feel like this room here would look better with one. But if you've got a room like that, then perhaps you could stack up some European cushions and just make more of a feature of your cushions, and you'll get away with it that way, and lower your artwork just a little bit and make sure all the cushion colors just coordinate beautifully with this. You will get away with no bed head. I really love it when people get adventurous and do a little bit of wainscoting, or they put just some VJ across and a little shelf. My daughter did that to her bedroom straight away, just lifted the look and just made it feel so nice. It's just an ordinary home unit, but she lifted the look with some VJ right there, right across the back of the bed from wall to wall, with a tiny little shelf and a couple of cute things on the shelf. Looks amazing. Side-by-side pictures or 3 in a row, I don't mind that. It has to be the right size for whatever size bed you have underneath. It just has to feel balanced. And yeah, a couple of these pictures I've grabbed from that Instagram site there. If you want to see some beautiful wallpapers, that is the site to head to. They've got some gorgeous wallpaper selections like these. This is a child's bedroom. What I love about this is the wallpaper. I think it's divine. So the rest is just wooden floors and jute rug. And obviously any timbers, any pale timbers, pale wood, just looks absolutely beautiful. I think that soft wallpaper is gorgeous. That's a bit hit you in the face for me, but I just thought it's a nice demonstration of how popular wallpaper is. It really is very, very popular again. And here's our wainscoting, making a comeback, lamp, and again, any kind of bed head. And you can layer a bed head on top of this. I think it's a lovely time to be alive. You can really be creative with the bedroom and throw things around and try out looks and switch cushions and throws around and have some fun with it. But whatever you do, guys, don't do stark, don't do cold, don't do grey, don't do too masculine. You'll just knock out, so you knock out a great big part of your market if you're selling and you do something that's too masculine, and you'll knock out, I'm going to probably get in trouble for this, but you'll knock out the decision makers. Sell to the women. You know, if you can get a lady, if there's a couple, you know, male and female couple, traditional old style couple, you can sell to the lady and you can twist her arm with a gorgeous home. She will drag her partner through that house. So I just always think that whatever you do, don't tilt it one way or another. Don't make it too feminine, but don't make it too masculine, because you really don't know who your buyer is. But either way, you have to drag on their emotional heartstrings. You want to create all the feels. And this here in grey does not create the feels at all. I think it's really cold and it's had it. And that there's not styling. And the minimalist white laminate looking cupboards, I really think that they've just had it, in my opinion, for what it's worth. All right, guys, so I hope you've enjoyed a tiny insight into bedrooms, what's in, what's not in. Again, head to Instagram, be inspired by some pictures that you love, try and do and patch it together on a budget, and be a bit creative, especially when it comes to wainscoting and some of the stuff you can DIY yourself. And if you're doing a renovation, a bedroom is just a fabulous place to start. Once you've knocked it over, then you won't feel like there's so much to do. You won't be feeling the same kind of overwhelm. So if anybody's got any comments, they are really welcome to say whatever pops into their head. Oh, there we go. Hi, Brett. Go girl. Yeah, Kim, you know, I'd love to be non-sexist, but I just watch it over and over. Usually the woman has the last say, if not the first, or certainly has a big input to the decision. making process. And so you just can't leave them behind when you're thinking about designing a bedroom. And that's why kitchens and bathrooms, which were the first part of this series, they're really popular as well. Thanks for joining me, guys. Cheers. See you next week. Don't forget to hit me up, private message me if you'd like to book an appointment, or, opt in for our emails. You get an email every Sunday at the very least, and you can opt in that way to make an appointment if you're keen to come to the boot camp, our members only boot camp in November, because I'd love to see you all there. All right. Wow. Bye, guys.